Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've sat down and actually filmed an actual video. I said actually way too many times. So I'm already super emotional. Yesterday I finally graduated high school. I finally finished. I barely made it. I'm gonna read the messages off of my yearbook. Fuck. Just got done reading all of the things in here. Hold on, I need a nerds break. I thought there was a giant spider. I haven't cried yet about graduating, but I'm about to now. First off, I want to address thank you everybody who wrote in my yearbook. And if you didn't get the chance to, you at one point told me how much you appreciate me, which is something that I really enjoy and really do take into really care about. Because before I get into that, let me start with the high school experience, whatever the fuck. If you didn't know me since all of high school, and if you just met me this year, you're probably like, oh yeah, he's always happy, he's always this and that, always smiling, blah, blah, blah. And yes, that's true, but actuality, it isn't always true. High school has been a journey of self-discovery for me, personally. A lot of people who say, oh, high school is so bad, I hated high school. Me, personally, there was a lot of downs. But there are also a lot of positives that came out of high school for me, personally. Like, I came out as bi and gay a year later. I met so many amazing people. I met so many bad people. There's negatives and positives with it. Let me start off with before I started high school, I was watching so many YouTube videos and being like, just so I can be prepared for high school. I was like, oh my god, I'm so scared. A little 8th grade me, well, freshman me. And one of the things that all the videos had in common, one of the advices were, you're not going to be friends with the friends that you go into high school with all of high school. And I was like, oh no, that's false. I'm going to have all my friends. We're never going to stop being friends. We're always going to be friends. And everything's going to be good. Let me get to the point. Long story short, I'm not really, if I'm still friends with people that I was friends with before high school or going into high school, we're not as close as we used to be, because at some point out of the 4 years, some fuckery happened between us. As most of you know, I had a group of friends that I had since basically for 3 years of high school. We were ride or die. Like, we would always go out and all other stuff. And I thought these people were I was gonna, be lifelong friends with. Little advice, be careful who you call your friend, and be careful who you call your family, because there's literally anyone could just turn around on you and just make all those thoughts that you make. One of the traits that was good about me and bad about me is that I really am forgiving to anybody. Literally, this high school experience has been about self-discovery for me, because I've learned so much about myself that I always wanted to hide or didn't really know or figure out until now. I have learned about someone that was supposed to be a big part of my life. Yeah, you can put the pieces of the puzzle together, but I don't want to say it. I got contacted by someone that was supposed to be a big part of my life, and someone that wasn't supposed to miss any of it, but they ended up missing a lot of it. I found out about them, and they weren't the person that I thought they were. Freshman year, and I found out about them, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I haven't talked to you in all my life, and you suddenly hit me up, and then I find out this big thing. And that was one of the things that led me to my depression and suicide attempt, if you didn't already. That was one of the big things that happened. Um, Also, I another situation happened, but it ended up stopping that same year. Let's just say I don't feel comfortable talking about it. I haven't told anyone about it. Maybe one person, but they probably forgot it. Yeah, freshman year was really rough, and going into it, I thought I had good friends. That was a lie. As I mentioned before, these are the same people from my one video, how I lost my group of friends. Some of the stuff that they said to me was horrible, and I stuck around with them because I was afraid to be by myself. One of the things that I really struggled with, I didn't like being by myself. I didn't want to, I didn't like change. I didn't want to stop being friends with someone because I didn't want their feelings to be hurt. I would sacrifice my feelings and my time and my mental state just so they're okay. And one of the things that one of these people say to me is that I'm narcissistic all the time. Like, first insult that ever comes out of their mouth is that I'm narcissistic, which was bullshit, obviously. I'm not even trying to toot my own horn. Like, I literally care about, like, these two things I just told you. I forgave every last one of them. Maybe once, or even countless times. And it's just, I don't know. So freshman year, I found out that I went through all that stuff. I didn't kill myself. Surprise, I'm still here. Freshman year, I'm gonna go by year. Freshman year, new to the school, new environment. I'm used to a small, secluded school because the middle school I went to was an elementary and a middle school. So I had literally the same class, but with just 3 different teachers and 6 different periods. So high school, I figured out that your girl has anxiety and really bad, and I get really anxious around being groups, huge groups of people, and being in a new environment with different people and that I don't know. And I get really nervous and shy and I start shaking and it's hard for me to breathe sometimes. Depending on the situation, like if I was walking to class, I would start panicking. I would have to hold on to something. And I thought it was like my ADHD, but it was really my anxiety. I had to grab onto something, sort of like a security blanket. But I've learned that I have really bad anxiety in big crowds, and eventually I got a little bit over it, but that's later. Freshman year anxiety, really, at this point of time, I didn't lose any friends. There was a lot of drama where I would somehow got mixed in. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I was perfect. I was not perfect, and I'm still not perfect. I made mistakes freshman year, like I already said. And I also did some really messed up things to other people, too. I made fun of this one girl, but she was a bitch to me, in my defense. Anyway, freshman year, filled with drama, filled with a lot of stuff. But one of the good things that came out of freshman year, I thought I met my lifetime friend, so let's just go with that. Sophomore year was when things started to turn around for the bad. I mean, for the worst. Started to really see the true side of what it felt like to lose a friend, and started losing my friends before my eyes. Like, I was literally friends with this one person. He got a girlfriend, and his girlfriend was a horrible person. Is a horrible person because they're still together. They're on and off, but she's a horrible person, and she's someone that made my high school life a bitch. I started losing my friends. I lost one of the friend I was just talking about. If you know anything, you put the pieces of the puzzle together. I'm not saying their names, so they can't come after me. Anyway, so I started losing one of my best friends that I considered a brother. That just gave it away. And yeah, that was pretty rough. Got me back into not only that thing. I don't want to everyone thinking I'm dramatic. I was going through other stuff too. But I started falling back into my depression eventually. One of the good things out of freshman year was I came out as bisexual at the time. Everyone was super supportive. Yeah, my parents didn't agree with it at the time. They still sort of don't really, but they don't really care at this point. I'm not for sure. I'm skipping. But yeah, I came out And that was when my life started to change for the better, per se. And right after I came out was when I lost my best friend. And that was really rough. I was like, oh my gosh. And then also, I was trying to, get into the world of dating apps, which was super stupid of me. And I regret every second of being on those apps when I was underage. And trying to find someone when really I didn't need anyone. I went through talking to a lot of people, discovering a lot about the gay world, which was, I don't know, I started to figure out who I was sophomore year. After I came out, I started figuring out what I liked and who I really was. And sophomore year was the year I started my YouTube channel. I think it was the beginning of the summer going to sophomore year was when I started my YouTube channel. This really helped me out with everything. Like when I was sad, I would do a video and like it would make me happy, and like making people, I would get into that, and I need to hurry up. It's junior year, mid-year, like in TV shows, like that one season that like is sort of like the break season. I don't know, things started to calm down, a little bit less drama, but then there was more drama. But I lost another one of my friends. Then no, never mind, junior year was not a break year. I ended up losing all of my friends, basically, that I was previously friends with all past 3 years. Then I met new friends, and I could say their names: Kiara, Gabby, Marco, and Jay Lee. I was friends with them, junior year. So I knew him, but like we didn't start being real friends until junior. But they really helped me out a lot, and I'm really appreciative of that because my old friends were pretty toxic. Senior year, the usual shit. Give you my advice because I think I'm rambling and this video is getting way too long. I don't know, high school was not what I thought it was gonna be. I thought high school was gonna just be this great, big, like, no drama. Like I said before, I'm gonna stay friends with all of my friends. I'm not gonna lose anybody. I'm gonna graduate, I'm gonna go to college, and I'm gonna be successful. And I'm gonna get a job as a sophomore or junior. I was in it for a surprise. Now I'm gonna go back into the friend situation because I feel like a lot of people can relate and a lot of people need advice because we all have friends. People say that I'm not even trying to do my own horn. People say I'm a really great person. I'm really good for coming to and understanding people. But these people really took advantage of me because I was super nice. I always forgive people no matter what. And they took advantage of that. They would hurt me constantly. Not physically, but they would hurt me a lot. They would make fun of me. And they would say, oh, we're just kidding. This is just part of the group. There's a certain extent, like, I can take a joke. Like, it's whatever. But some of the jokes, most of the jokes, and most of the things that were said to me was really damaging. Especially as a teenager, because like you're growing up, you're finding yourself and hearing all this other stuff. Like most of my insecurities developed from hanging out with those friends because I didn't really know there was something wrong with me until they pointed it out. Just little things that they would just nitpick at everything that I was. And before I came out as bisexual, they would always make gay jokes and always criticize and ridicule the gay community. I'm like, at the time I was like, I'm not gay, but some of the stuff you're saying is really fucked up and that's not nice. And like, oh, you're gay. I'm like, no, I'm not. Hey. Just constantly being told you're not good enough and you're just like, and not having them believe in me. Maybe they believed in me, but the way they made it to where I thought that they weren't for what I ever did. Literally one of the shittiest people I've ever met would always just figure out, during junior year, he would always just make my day a lot worse than what it needed to be. Like, you think, yo, my friend's supposed to make my day better. He would make it a lot worse. And by the way, some of the stuff that I did took a lot. And one of the things that really made me realize that this person wasn't a good person was when I did this whole post on Instagram. I had started getting into makeup at the time, and I did this whole look, and I was like, you know what, if you're depressed and if you were going are are going through depression or thinking about committing suicide, I've been there. And I did a whole post and a whole video on it, and I was telling him like, hey, because he was one of the first person I ever told, look what I'm doing, I'm out here helping people, and like people were DMing me and messaging me like, thank you so much, because like your words mattered. And I was telling him this, and you know what he said? You're doing this for attention. And the funny thing is, he was going to the same thing, and I was like, why are you being so rude? And like saying, like, he said other stuff, but I don't feel comfortable saying. And it baffled me, because you would think, oh, your best friend will be supportive. It made me feel like you don't care. And it was just, and even when I was going through my whole depression scene, they made fun of me for it. And I thought, oh, it's okay, they're just joking around. You don't joke about that kind of stuff, especially when you go through it yourself and your friend is going through it, but you ridicule them and make fun of them for it. Like, that makes no fucking sense. And to anyone that is saying, oh, that ever said that I should be friends with these people again, you're wrong. Like, there's so much stuff I want to say on this camera, and I'm kind of holding back if you can't tell, but I can't, because it just brings back so many bad memories. And one of my friends was telling me the other day, oh, you're dwelling on the past, or you're stuck in the past. I'm not stuck in the past. Or if you want to say I'm stuck in the past, okay, whatever you want to say, fuck it. But I'm not per se stuck in the past. It's just I'm realizing how fucked up they were to me and how detrimental they were to my mental state. And some of you are going to be like, oh, it's your fault for staying friends with them. You should have left them. I don't know. It's complicated, a lot more complicated. That's for a different video, but I don't know where this video is going. I'm just so happy that I made it, because there were times where I wanted to give up. There's times where I said, you know what? Why should I do YouTube? Why should I just keep going? And one of the things I'm so thankful for is I'm so happy that I started a YouTube and started doing social media. I'm not as big as other people, but I'm so glad I did. Because I always get these messages from people being like, I really appreciate you and I'm so thankful for you. And it's just like, wow, really me? Like, I'm not special at all. And just me doing becoming a woman video for a week. I had so many people like, wow, you're super brave, telling me all this stuff. And it's just like, I'm really, don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'm really doing something. And that's this kind of stuff that keeps me going and seeing. And when I was working at the preschool or with my actual family and nieces and nephews, and them looking up to me, is just like, well, I actually have an impact on people. And that's one of the things that keep me going. And I know I know there's always a negative to whatever anyone says, but I don't know, it's just, sometimes when I'm down, I just, read some of the stuff that people have said to me. Like, when I'm down now, I'm going to start reading this, because people really do care about me. And I've been in points in my life where I thought no one cared about me whatsoever, and a lot. Anyway, so, and back to the high school stuff again. There's some really horrible people in this world. There's been people who have done nothing that dropped out of school, but in the process tried to ruin me, ruin my self-esteem, ruin my friendships, all the other stuff. And they would just literally, it seems like that was all they were looking for, was just to see me not be happy. And I think that's one of the negatives about me portraying a happy person, because sometimes, like, usually on camera I'm not crying, I'm usually happy and like, blah, and in person I'm like that too. But sometimes I'm like, when I am sad, I'm like, oh my god, I need to hide it. And I think people like seeing that. I genuinely don't know why people don't like. Some people just make it go out of the way just to make my day a lot worse. But this one girl has done nothing but constantly just try to fuck me over, constantly, and try to take one of the people that meant so much to me, and now they're not in my life anymore. I'm not blaming it on her. I've done my fair share of things. I lost, like, oh my god, I'm repeating myself, but like they say, you're gonna lose friends in high school. And what this person in particular was someone that I thought I was gonna be friends with forever. And clearly being a good friend to some people just isn't good enough. And all I can say is you can be there for someone as much as you can. You can literally give them your one of your limbs. And believe it or not, they're gonna screw you over. You just gotta be careful with who you call a friend. Clearly, I'm very emotional about that topic. Be careful who you tell your secrets to, because gosh, that was one of the reasons why. Literally, I told one of my, I was pissed at the same situation of what I just said. And someone miscommunicated one of the biggest key words in my high school experience. Someone miscommunicated a couple things that I said. I'm not gonna say I didn't say some of the things, but she rephrased it to where it seemed like I was in the wrong. I ended up losing another really good friend of mine. She was amazing. And the reason why I stopped being friends with her was because I didn't stop. The reason why she stopped being friends with me was because someone lied about what I said and said I said something about her. And it was so stupid, because you would think, oh, if they're a really good friend with you, they would come up to you and be like, hey, is this true? Literally said nothing. Stopped talking to me. It was whatever. And then, I don't know. Just be careful. If you're starting high school, if you already are in high school but aren't a senior yet, be careful. And it's really hard to find genuine people. But hopefully you'll find them. And be careful what you say to people, because he will get to you. I can't say I didn't meet good people. And I can confidently say that now, because before I wasn't able to, but now I can. And just looking back at it now, I've been through so much stuff and doubted myself so many times. And the fact that I didn't quit high school, the fact that I went to school every single day. By the way, I never missed one day of high school. That's an accomplishment no one cares about. Getting myself up, pushing myself, going through all the stress, going through all the drama, going through all that, trying to turn in the homework last minute really paid off. After all this time, it finally paid off. I did it. And a lot of people say, oh, I finished high school. But a lot of people can't say that. I'm just so proud of myself. And I don't really say that very often and mean it. I did so much stuff that I didn't think I was going to do. Yeah, good and bad. But I came out and I'm confident about it. Hiding in the closet for 15 years does take a strain on you, believe it or not. I don't know, it's just so awesome. Bittersweet, honestly. So it's so good that it's finally over, because, like, fuck, it was a lot of stress and work and emotions and self-discovery and friendships and ex-friendships and trying to get a man and trying to get a girl at one point. And just in the moment, you're just like, this is so important. And looking back at it, some of the stuff that happened was just so stupid. So don't take high school too seriously. I know at the moment it might seem like, oh my gosh, like, Kimmy likes me and I think I like her too, or she doesn't like me back. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? Or she said this and I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter, because once high school's over, again, like in the beginning of high school, the friends you work with, the friends you go into high school with, you're not gonna be friends with, and the people that you're in high school with might never hit you up. And it's only been one day after high school, so I'll keep you updated. But yeah, I don't know. High school's been a journey, and I'm glad I made it alive. I'm glad I made it with good grades. decent grades, bro, manageable grades. I made it with good friends, lifelong friends, people that I'll never forget. I was able to reach a pretty good amount of people through YouTube. I don't know, it's just funny looking back and thinking, the boy, the little in the closet straight boy 4 years ago was eating a Hot Pocket that was expired. But to wrap it up, I want to thank, oh my god, I thought it was a spider. I want to thank every last person that has stuck with me and been there for me and supported me. Oh my god, I'm crying again. Supported me through all my stuff. And I really hope everything works out for me in the future. I'm just so thankful for those people. I have to say this, I'm so thankful for you so much, because you genuinely don't know how literally commenting on one of my pictures, how it really makes me feel good inside. And when people DM me and be like, oh, you're so encouraging. And you're so brave, which is so random, because a person with anxiety literally dressing up in a wig in front of a whole school of people, and people that you don't know, and people that are gonna judge you, and all this other stuff, and people messaging you like, oh my god, I wish I could be as brave as you, and I wish I could be as confident as you, and telling you this kind of stuff, and you're just like, I'm not brave, but now looking back at it, I was. And there's people at that school that were afraid to be who they were, and I think, I'm not, again, trying to boost my own horn, but I think I helped. And that was one of the things I love to do, is making people feel better and helping them out the best way that I can, whether it be talking to them for 5 minutes during passing period, or texting them, or doing something, and just helping people out is something I love to do so much. And I'm so thankful that I was able to do that. Fuck. Thank you, everyone who stuck with me, who comforted me, who cared, genuinely cared, follows me, likes my pictures, pays my bills. Thank you so much. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because I couldn't have done it without you. Believe it or not, watching my stupid videos, liking my stupid pictures, watching them, taking your time out of your day to watch me, and letting me share this mess of a life with you is so much, means so much to me. And I hope that we just continue to keep growing, and we just spread more positivity, because right now the world needs it. Really needs it. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, do something. I don't know. Sorry, sometimes I burp when I'm crying. Bye, cool cat.